Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Data Architect Diaries. In this section, we are going to talk about one of the most important and honestly one of the most misunderstood concept in Spark and Databricks performance. That is shuffle operation. Now, if you have ever worked on a Spark project where a job suddenly becomes slow, or your cluster CPU was fine but execution time was huge, okay, or your stage was stuck for a very long time. So most likely shuffle was involved. So today I am going to break this down in a very simple way. No theory overload, just practical understanding, real world example and performance impact. Let's get started. In this slide, we are going to clearly understand shuffle mechanics, what it is, why it happens and why it impacts performance so heavily. Let's break this into three simple parts. First one is the wide transformation definition, second one is the shuffle process explained, and third one is the real world performance impact. Okay, let's do one by one. First one is the wide transformation definition. Okay, shuffle happens during what we call wide transformations. Now, what does that mean? A wide transformation is when data cross partition boundaries. Okay, in simple words, Spark cannot complete the operation inside a single partition. Okay, so instead of it must redistribute data across multiple partition. Like operation, like we can say it is also a group by, it's also a join, distinct, order by, and repartition. So these are the wide transformation. Okay, so and the moment data needs to move from one partition to another. So whenever like it should be one part move to one partition to another, so shuffle it can also be shuffle begins. Okay. Second, come into your shuffle process explain. Okay. So now let's understand what actually happens internally. So when shuffle start, Spark, what does the Spark? Spark serialize the data. It also transfer it across the network. Write intermediate shuffle files to disk. Okay, reads them again in the target partitions and then perform the final aggregation or join. So shuffle is not just computation; it involves your network input output, your disk input output, and serialization cost. Okay, so that's why it's expensive. It's not no longer memory, only processing. If we talk about the real world performance example, let's take a practical example. Okay, imagine we have a sales data like this one. So simple, we have some sales Parquet file which we are going to read as per your group by region and amount. We also having the total sales. Okay, so this is the result. So looks simple, right? But here what's happened internally, initially sales records are distributed randomly across partitions. Okay, so when we run group by region, Spark must ensure that all records of the same region go to the same partition. Okay, so it redistribute data across your cluster. Okay, if your region like as the USA data exists in 10 different partitions, so Spark pull all those run together, that redistributed is shuffle. And imagine that happening for millions of millions of the data or regions are there, so that's heavy network movement. Okay, so how now you can understand how we are going to the shuffle or and thing. I have also already explained to you in last video. Okay, so what's going for that one? Like I have only explained to you in a detail way. Now come into your third way, like the real world performance impact. Okay, so now this is important. In real world product system, that almost 80 to 90% of performance issues are related to shuffle. Okay, so why? Because data movement is more expensive than computations. Okay, you may increase cluster size, you may increase executor memory, but it is shuffle is insufficient. Performance will still suffer. Okay, so common issue include too many shuffle partitions, too few shuffle partitions, data skew may be there, and the large joins without optimization. Okay. For example, if one customer has 10 million records and other have 10 records, so one partition become overload. Okay. So that task run much longer than others. So that's called the data skew. Okay, let's take a very simple more example. Like if you have 10 countries, okay, like the India, USA, and other 8 countries are there, and then on Diwali occasion or any other festival occasion of Indian, that uh, multiple products will be sale or purchased from the customer end. So in India also that the whose data will be stored, but other country like USA and other things that the less data will be there. So there may be data skew as per India country. Okay, so that is the data skew. Uh, so simple we can say if your Spark job is slow, always check shuffle, read, and the write in the Spark UI. Okay. If those numbers are high, your optimization should start there. So shuffle is necessary in distributed computing, but unnecessary shuffle is dangerous. Okay. As a data engineer or as a data architect, our goal is simple: minimize data movement because in distributed system, data movement costs more than data processing. Okay. So now we have already discussed with shuffle triggers. Like we have also the group by operation. We have also a distinct operation, so it can also be your performance implication. Okay, if you have the join operation or if you have the repartition method, that can be used for the shuffle. Okay, now come into the next slide. So in this slide, you can also see whatever like the you have the operation type like group by key, reduce by key, and join, sort, and the non-shuffle. Okay. So as per this operation, so whatever the like the shuffle cost, whatever will be the network input output cost, and whatever the disk input output. Okay, and whatever like the typical bottleneck for this one. So in this slide, you can see what operation can be the most expensive as per the your project. Okay. So, if we talk about the performance overhead comparison, that the non-shuffle operation achieve 3 to 5x faster execution than shuffle dependent workload. Okay, if a real world scenario, so shuffle operation incur 200 to 400 millisecond latency overhead per stage. Okay, now you have understood the main scenario for that one. Now come into the next slide. If we talk about a very short explanation regarding the shuffle operation, so whenever Spark perform wide transformation like group by, join, data cross partition boundaries, okay, so that redistributed process is called shuffle. Okay, so shuffle is very expensive because it involves serialization, disk write, network transfer, and merge operation. Okay, so if you take about a real world system, so most Spark performance issue origin from poor optimized shuffle operation. So understand shuffle is critical for any data engineer or data architect. Okay, hope if this explanation made shuffle clear for you, you have understood everything from the shuffle operation perspective. Okay, so now don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone struggling with Spark performance. See you in the next video. Thank you.